I don't know whether you spotted this little thing here, which is very discreetly put there, but it actually, I think, is one of the most important things about these products. A 60-day money-back guarantee.
Right, yeah.
Underwritten by the company. So, you know, what does that say to you about the belief that the company has in its products?
Well, they must work, otherwise
absolutely.
they'd have lost a fortune, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. It wouldn't be building year on year if everyone was taking the products back. But it shows a great amount of confidence that the company has in their products, doesn't it? Yeah. The reason why you probably haven't heard of Forever, though, is that they don't market in a traditional way. Okay, they market through what's called team marketing, and is that something that you've come across at all?
Not to any great extent, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's not particularly well known, although increasingly big companies, Gillette, Microsoft, Dell, lots of companies are using team marketing as part of their marketing portfolio. Team marketing is the only way that Forever has marketed their goods. And again, 30 years ago, it wasn't that commonplace. So again, Rector Morn was really at the front edge of business modelling when he set this business up. But the advantages are that there are virtually no overheads. You don't need a premises, you don't need staff, there's low advertising costs. So there's lots of real incentives. And what you end up with is essentially a business model that's based around personal recommendation. Now, I suspect if your roof was leaking and you had a choice of going to the Yellow Pages or getting, a roofer that came recommended, where would you go?
Well, that's right. You work on somebody else's the goods.
And personal recommendation is one of the most
something that somebody else has done.
Yeah, most trustworthy ways of doing business. So to have a business that is absolutely founded on personal recommendation is absolutely fantastic. It's home-based, it's flexible, and this is a company that not only has no bank loans, because it's cash-rich and debt-free, but it has no shareholders. It is a family-run, family-owned company, and it has great family ethics that run all the way through it. And you can see that when you meet the people who work in this company and work with you. Low investment, but significant high return, and really that sets this company apart from other companies. Have you heard of the Investors in People award? Yeah. So a very rigorous government-sponsored award in the UK. Forever won that award several years ago when they first applied, within 12 weeks.
Right.
A lot of companies can take several months to get that award. They are now one of only 150 companies that have been awarded the Gold Award for Investors in People. So that shows the testament of the support, really. Team marketing, if you don't know much about it, is something that a lot of us haven't come across, but that's in some ways quite surprising, because most people do team marketing every day. They just don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
And what this company does is it shows you how to pick up the check. What we do is very straightforward. What we do is we recommend the products to family and friends, just in the same way as you might recommend a film or a book. The difference is, and it may be different for you, but I've never had a check at the end of the month from the cinema owner or the restaurant owner for the people I've sent down there or recommended their business to. But what we do is we get a bonus check every month from our company, simply for recommending the products to other people and talking to people about the business. Other people who might want an opportunity for whatever reason to earn additional income. And then we simply coach them to do exactly the same thing that we've been doing. So it's just a duplicatable, repeatable cycle that we go through. And when you join our company, what you get is fantastic rewards. Retailing clients, say 15 to 20 clients, you may be working 5 hours a week looking after those clients, then you can be having a turnover of somewhere in the region of £200 to £300 a month.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, on probably 5 to 10 hours a week. But of course, as soon as you start talking to people about the business, then what happens is that the company are also going to give you a bonus for the people that you've recommended into the business as well. And you can see that if you're working 10 hours a week and you introduce 2 people, but you help them to introduce 2 people, and them to introduce 2 people, very quickly you can have a team of maybe 30 people, and you're getting a bonus based on 30 people working 10 hours, whereas you've only worked yourself 10 hours, and you've only introduced 2. So a part-time job of 10 to 15 hours a week that brings home £1,000 a month.
Very nice.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
And it would be great if it finished there. But do you know what? It just doesn't. Because if you can introduce 2 people, then there's no reason why you can't find a third, and there's no reason why you can't find a 4th or a 5th. And actually, the rewards that we can get from this are just unlimited. Once you have a stable business, then actually the rewards that you get come through in a royalty style income, because you have built something that's yours. You have built your own organisation, you have created that, and the company therefore rewards you for that. In the same way as if you'd written a book or a Christmas #1, you continue to get that bonus forever as a royalty style payment.
Mm-hmm.
And that royalty income is willable. So you talk about looking after the family and being able to look after them. This means that you can not only have an income that looks after them whilst you're alive, which is great because you can share it, but this is something that passes on to them as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's time and effort that you're putting in now, not just for you and Tina, but also for the family. Because there's no shareholders, the profits come back to us, the distributors, and there are lots of incentives, from the profit share to incentives to buying cars, international travel. This is a company that is founded on reward and recognition, and that is the pillars really on which it's based. As you know, I'm from a health background, but the vast majority of people in this business aren't. But we have a great advisory board of nutritionists, GP and a practicing vet who are there at the end of an email to answer any questions that we may have. And the fact that they have this gold standard Investors in People award also signifies, I think, that they have great support. And I've been blown away by the support and training. So, I mean, this phrase, you're in business for yourself but never by yourself, is absolutely true. It's absolutely true. So that was the question that I asked, and you may be asking yourself the same. Is it too good to be true?
That's right, you do ask yourself this, where's the catch? Yeah.
And there's some good news and there's some bad news. The bad news is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, and I need to be absolutely honest. It does take commitment. It may not take a lot of time, but the time that you put in needs to be committed, and it does need some consistency. And you probably need to give it a year before you really know whether it's going to work for you, in all honesty. So it does require the time and effort, and you need to be prepared to learn new skills. At 48, and I know I don't look it, it's all the aloe, but you know, I thought I'd learned everything that I needed to learn, and that's been quite a journey, and that's part of the roller coaster excitement, of this business. And we have a really dynamic, fantastic team around us, both locally, but also within the UK and globally. And you need to be prepared to take part in that and contribute to it. And if you are able to do that, then the sky's the limit. So there, you have, Chris, the tip of the iceberg, really. So, you know, from what you've seen so far, with a lot more information to come, can you see how this might give you that additional income, the financial security to support the family, but be able to work flexibly in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, fantastic. Let's book in another meeting.
Okay.
Fine. Get your diary out.